Why, hello there, my starship fighters. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Cosmoteer, Episode 5, Pew Pew. This should be enough money to afford the coils. I hope. So let's blueprint this out. The coil factory alone is going to be about 30k. And then I did mention that I wanted to change the reactor core to a medium reactor. So I think what I'll do is I'll widen the ship just a little bit to be able to fit things in. I'll actually try for a little bit of symmetry. Oops, maybe not there. So we've got a medium reactor, the mining lasers on the sides. I might change the way I set up the thruster blocks, though. So we'll have standard thrusters here, and then side standard thrusters. So it's a little bit more thrust for better maneuverability. As you can see, they make it so nearly out of money for this current design. We'll put in the coil factory. There we go. Coil factory in, like, here. And then storage next to it and around it. And then we'll need, I think that's good. Let's try to add a little bit more storage then. So we're going to be mining up a storm. Put the doors in. I have only one crew access, so I'm going to add some more. And then fire extinguisher. So we'll put one fire extinguisher here and one crew airlock there. Put a little bit of armor in back. The coil factory is going to be one of the more expensive components of this setup. And as such, it should have more protection than it currently has, but oh well. It's not perfect. And a little bit of armor. There. Oh, I didn't have symmetry on. That's kind of annoying. Okay. We have enough money for it, so let's make it so. Boop. I will need to hire some additional to fill out the roles here. So I'll fill it out entirely. And then I think I'm just going to put everyone back to red shirt. I'm not going to have specialized roles anymore. So I'm going to delete these extra roles. It's not hard to just red shirt everything. So in terms of orders, here we go. Actually, you know what? Maybe not. Oh, that will work. So putting them to work in the coil fact, and then these guys are going to be mining lasers and thruster blocks. Okay. Let's send this Taserface out to a copper node and actually start profiting from it. Sounds about right. I'm also going to redesign the capital ship now. Before I actually sell stuff, let me redesign the Flareon, because you guys had voted that I get rid of the cannons. So I'm going to do just that. So 4 heavy blasters, forward facing with shield jennies. We were a little underpowered, stick it in a reverse. Even our forward thrusters, I would say. So I'll do a 3-way here. It's not great. Not gonna be a lot of power, but it'll be something. Probably move some of the bedrooms around. So let's nudge this up so it's closer to the lasers. And then these lasers are a bit far from power, so I'm going to want to fix that as well, so that the runs aren't as bad. So that's not terrible. I can also incorporate walkways, moving pathways, for the first time in here, which I will probably do. So for that, I'm going to need to hail the station and unlock them. Although I'm just about out of money, I realize. But that would be moving walkways. And the moving walkways are going to allow power to be brought over to these lasers a little bit faster. So the way they work is you can have like power be brought out and then back like this, so that they move 200% speed to bring power out there and 200% back. The one problem with that is I don't want them walking against the walkway. You only move at 25% speed. So something like this would be ideal, so that, and moving across is 75%. So this won't slow everyone else down, but will help to speed out power providers out to the heavy blasters. Okay. I need more... no side thrusters then. It's like, I need more command rooms. And then the current design doesn't have enough beds. And also, I'm not done with the storages and all that. So let's add some additional beds. Oops. Put storages back in. I'm gonna nuke symmetry for to try to maximize the amount of space that I've got here. Okay, I can afford this. I think all it's really missing is an airlock hatch. There's the airlock hatches, and then doors to the side storage. There is a little bit of unused space here, which I could fill in. In fact, maybe I'll turn the bedrooms around. I'm going to have the double-sized bedrooms, the quarters be here. And then I can have the bunks out this way. Save a little space. I'll put a little armor on it. Not much. I'm going very light on the armor. Oh, I forgot symmetry mode. Alright. So you voted on a little bit of a laser ship, so here it is. Little laser ship. I'm probably going to switch the walkways a little bit. So that the walkways, the moving walkways, bring power out and back. Very, very small. But this will help to keep these large side thrusters powered on more reliably. All right, make it so. In terms of work, so that's all the front stuff powered on, and then this crew back here will keep the thrusters and the cockpit manned. I think that's everything. Cool. We'll see how this runs as a sort of a laser frigate. I think it'll be more cost-effective to run, and then I think it will be more effective overall just because of the firing angles that we have available to it. So what is my next goal? Work on the flagship. Build a second combat ship. Improve the factory ship. Or other, which would be viewer suggestions. So have you guys vote on that. Forgot doors to the big barracks? That I did. Just staring at it, making sure it all looks right. Yeah, it looks good. So the thing I'm going to have to look at most is whether these side heavy blasters stay well powered, because they're slightly further from the reactor. That would be the only concern I have. Alright, here we are, making coils. Coil factory is online. Or about to be. Getting all that copper. So they bring copper into the storages here, and then I suppose I could do some resource management. So this leaves there. So coils should be stored up here, and copper down here as a bit of a resource chain. See how that works is a way to print money. Alright, working on the flagship. Hey, another storage pod. Nice. If you're wondering about the power for the Flareon, I have just a little under the recommended power level. So if I was to add more weapons to this, I'd probably require either a large reactor or 2 medium reactors. I don't have the blueprints for a large reactor yet. So any further improvements to that ship are going to require some additional power. But I could probably eke out enough to keep it running as is now. We'll see. I'm going to have a power test in just a minute. So what did we grabbed uranium, enriched uranium, and a little tri. Cool. Eager to see the profit of Taserface once this is done. Oh, this is pretty rich TR. I'll mark it down for Taserface to come back to at some point. All right, Taserface, how are you doing over here? You just finished that copper, so you're going to be looking for copper. Got it. Alright, this is the first weapon test of the laser frigate. It's against a rather well-armored... What weapons does this thing have? Oh, a missile frigate. So the side lasers did run low. I don't know if that was... I think this was just transport speed, because the reactor still has power. So I can fine-tune it. In order to do that, I could just have these guys also work on the side lasers as well, so that there's just more dedicated people to do it. Cool. And I took 1 missile to the aft. Not a big deal. How to improve the flagship. Add disruptors. And point defense. Add a second reactor. Add a large reactor. Or other. Your suggestions. Looks like we have a lot of coils now. So at some point we'll want to return back to station and see what we can make from all the coils. Maybe once I finish this asteroid field. And the flagship's full. Looking good. This should be a pretty good windfall of money, I think. So I'll have both ships rendezvous at the same station. Let's see what kind of money we have to play with. Can you make money by buying copper? Yeah, I think so. I'll check what it's cost. It depends on where you go, I guess, and the market prices. But with the cost of buying versus the price of selling coils. So I'll show you that now. So this station doesn't have copper for sale. So that would be one of the biggest requirements, is you have to find somewhere that has copper for sale. But I'm making pretty good money just selling the coils. I'm choosing not to sell the copper, obviously. It's better if I turn it into coils. It's just my coil storage is full up. So now the factory is processing the rest of the copper that I had. Another thing I could do is to have Taserface try to hail other ships and see if the other ships have copper to buy. As you can see, this one doesn't. But I can sell my copper to other ships as well. You know, I don't have to just sell it to the station. It becomes a little labor-intensive to just constantly contact other ships. This is why I typically don't do it, because it, you know, it might make a little bit more money at times, but it's more effort than it's worth. There's a lot about this game that follows that general rule of thumb. Is it might be best practice, but it's also impractical practice. So once Taserface finishes processing all the copper, which is right now, I'll have it sell off the remainder of the coils. And we have some good money to play with now. Looks like you guys want disruptors and point defense. Got it. I haven't been facing too many shielded ships, but I have been facing missile ones. So I'll get that added to Flareon. Another thing I could do is I could go for a... that looks like a pirate base. I could go for like a 3 laser main gun build. Or 2 big guns and 2 smaller guns, in order to lower the power consumption to be able to have, you know, other other weapon types. I think that's what I'll do. Just because I'm at my power cap. So what would that look like? I would get rid of these heavy blasters. And in lieu of the heavy blasters, I'll put in 1 regular laser and 1 disruptor. And then for point defense, I'm going to put the point defense here. So the missiles that impact the front shields are going to be dealt with. It's the missiles that that sneak by. They're the real problem. So I'm also going to put point defense back here too. Oh, I don't have symmetry on. Oops. These point defense are kind of annoying to power because they're pretty embedded. I'll fix that. Alright, it's going to be a little bit easier to power now. It's already a really long run, so I didn't want to have them have to pass through objects to get to it. So instead of a walkway, I'm just going to have the quarters laid out like this. All right. So we got disruptors and point defense, like you guys had requested. And it does want me to make another command room. So, yeah, I might need a... For this design, I'm going to need a larger cockpit. So I'll opt to unlock that. Go to a control room. And jump from a cockpit to a control room, which is going to knock out where my the fire extinguishers were. So I got to put them back somewhere. Put them there. Okay. I can make this so. So let's do it. Let me quickly analyze for any errors. So most of the weapons have... Some of the less vital weapons have slightly further power, but they do have close crew, which is good. The rear point defense are the worst powered, but they're going to be used very infrequently, so I think that's not a problem. Okay, make it so. And let's do the crew assignments. Looks good. Guess I can also put a fire extinguisher in here too, for symmetry. Alright, I like it. Don't love it, but it should work. So we'll have disruptors be able to take down enemy lasers and shields. And then I can also start to control group that stuff. So that I can individually control what's shooting at what. Which would be good. What does the game say? Yeah, alright, it says I'm pretty understaffed. Kinda doesn't surprise me. I think what I'll do is I'll correct that now. So instead of, I'll just have a bigger crew quarter. Stick that in now. Because an understaffed ship is a ship that's just waiting to get blown up. Let's get rid of the pilot role. Bye-bye. Alright, so some overlap. That should be much stronger once I hire out for all the roles. Oh, I don't have... What are they complaining about? I can go up to 36. And I have doors everywhere? Oh, maybe I don't have the fame for it. Was that why I couldn't hire anyone? Yeah, I'm lacking the fame. So the disruptors I'm going to put on control group 2. And then the lasers on control group 1. And then the point defense, I can either have them attack, defend, or attack and defend, and they're just defaulted on defense. So I'm only really using them as anti-missile for actual point defense, and that's set up by default. Alright, in order to, wow, we are nearly full. Oh, wow, we're really nearly full up. I'll have to come back here. In order to afford to be able to destroy the pirate base, I'm going to take some crew off of one ship, give it to the other. Because I want to destroy that pirate base before I leave here. Not that I think... There's not a lot of value in, like, 100%ing a galaxy, but I'm gonna do it anyway in this case. So the current priority is stress test the new flagship. So transferring crew from Taserface to Flareon. And do everyone possible. Running a bit of a skeleton crew to Taserface. But that's fine. I don't really have them doing very much right now. But if I want to hire anyone else, I have to raise my fame. People won't join me until I have until I'm more famous. So this is fully crewed now. I'm just around the suggested crew. I'm definitely low in the suggested power, so that would be the only concern. But let's go accept that destroy the pirate base mission, which is a level 6, and see if I can't handle it. So that's over yonder. Got it. And Icarus, cheers. Alright, it's pirate base time. So we have some defensive platforms, the base itself, and then ships defending the base. So I'm gonna take the approach like this to isolate the ship defense the cannon platform, putting the cannon platform between me and the base so that the base can't fire on me. Also, luring out their ships would be ideal too. So now I have my ions targeting their laser blasters, while my laser cannons are gunning for their reactor core. Because the ions don't do pretty much any hull damage, so having them trying to blast their way to the reactor core is pointless. Oh, side attack. So, lasers here, ions here. And this is an instance where the reactor core is not able to power up everything that needs power at the moment. So this ship is definitely a little underpowered, but that's okay. And I took a little bit of hull damage. All right, let's check in on Taserface. Try to give them something to do so they're not idle. All right, before fighting the rest of the pirate base, I can use Flareon to salvage the ships that have blown up so far. Well, actually, I already had all the materials I needed for the repair costs on me, with some in-combat repairs. So the stress test, it's not bad. It obviously needs a better reactor core, or at least another medium reactor core. But apart from that, it performed pretty well. So one thing you might have noticed is when this defense platform had one cannon broken, it rotated to rotate more weapons towards me. And now that I broke that cannon, it probably will rotate this one back towards me too. But it's destroyed. So now that that's gone, let's go after their base. I'm just going to be punching a hole through the entire hall straight into the base. Because I'm pretty sure my shields should be able to hold up, even though I'm low on power. So another thing I could do is, there's not a lot for me to disrupt in this fight, so I'm just going to straight up turn off the disruptors, because they're requiring power and they're not effective. There goes the pirate base. And let's also take out this station platform so I can loot the whole thing without too much trouble. How's Taserface doing? Still mining? Cool. Oh, that's already mineable. Perfect. So I'm going to label this as base so I know where it is, because I don't think I'm going to have the storage space to break everything down here. But there goes the base. Our first base finished. This base has tons of raw iron and sulfur, which isn't super sexy to loot. It's not worth very much. Still plenty of room left on Taserface for more mining. And we are, yep, storage is completely full here. I'll be back. So getting a little bit of fame from that, which is going to allow me to expand my my crew out, because I didn't have enough fame to support the crew that I wanted. That should allow me to hire some additional people for Taserface. All but one. So 15 out of 16, that's pretty good. I'm just waiting for Taserface to finish off its coil production. Heading Flareon back to the pirate base site. I think the last thing I'll do is the fully explore mission, just to be able to leave. With nearly 100% in the initial zone. Thank you for tuning in to Cosmoteer, which originally streamed live on Twitch April 15th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below, but please keep in mind that this was a one-time only mini-series, and also a beginner's plays, so I'm not really looking for gameplay, tutorial, and feedback help. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timer to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers that supported the miniseries, and viewers also like you that made it all the way to the credits and support the channel. So thank you so very much. I'll catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Cosmoteers.